Good morning, everyone. This is Paula. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys have been enjoying the Tim Holtz 6x6 pad, which is cut. It's not actually a pad. It's a 12x12 pad, and on about, I don't know, a lot of pages, 5 or 6 pages. They have these 4 or 6x6 papers, which are miniatures of the large 12x12 sheets. So it's in the Wild Flower paper pad, just so you know. You can get them just about anywhere. Okay, now, I just was sick of having all these and didn't want to waste them and kept thinking, what can I do with them? And then I just was like, well, just use them for embellishments. Everybody loves, you know, his paper. And so I thought I'd do a small series on different ways to use this. Now I have a couple more left here. Now this is just out of a small portion of the ones I have, but it's the ones I pulled off the shelf. So last time we did the books I got inspired by Wendy, and remember we did the little fold over books. Afterwards I tied a little bit of jute on there, just, you know, to add something that seemed like it needed something else. So we've got these little bird images by Dana Wakely, and then some of Tim Holtz wildflower die cuts, and then just some little stamps that have different images on them. Got those at AliExpress. Okay, now I zigzagged everything in this particular one. Here's another little bird image, and you can see the words up here, tweet, chirp, so adorable. And then we have paper, lots of paper. Okay, different sheets here that we've put at the top. Now these were the last thing we did. I can't remember everything. I know the first thing was tags, and I don't have those with me. I think we did tags. Oh, and we did the pockets first. The very first thing we did was the double layered pocket with the bird trimmed out of it, and I didn't get those out. It's this paper. Okay, I made 2 of them, one prior to the video and one in the video because they were pretty time consuming. And it was just this side of the paper, and I trimmed out this little guy, put him on some sari silk, and cut some leaf die cuts out, and put a word on there, and put him on there, and it kind of popped him off the page, and it was adorable. Did a tag to go inside the pocket that I stamped little birds on, and we also stamped and did some different things on the actual image. Okay, now we got to get busy because I cut out 6. I know, don't fall over. I cut out 6, but we're only going to make 2. Here are the first 4 I made, just to see if it was something I wanted us to do or you would have fun doing. And so all the mushrooms that I use on these covers, little mini books, little mini notepads, all of them are out of Tim Holtz new pack of Ideology. Okay, and all these up here are the mini stamps, labels. This little stamp is Tim Holtz, but these 2 are Tracy Fox. Added some crochet trim, which is my new thing I love lately, and I trimmed this one side of the book and added this crochet on the other. Nothing on the back, just inked everything. Added all kinds of paper in here. And I added one little pocket right here. I had these little tags, so I inked them up. And then I added washi. This is the only one I didn't add washi to, you would know. And then I added a tab that says notes on all of them. Now I'm just going to show you the fronts of these because they're all identical on the inside. Okay. There's the tab that says notes. Here's one that has all the bugs on it, but we added these bright red mushrooms and some of Tracy's tiny tags. And that is Tim Holtz, the little critter. This little butterfly is Tim Holtz too. And these mushrooms. And they're all stitched the same. Crochets real close to being the same. There's 2 different kinds being used. And then notes. And each pocket has the same trim across it. There's the washi tape. Okay, so let's get busy because it is in the middle of the night or early in the morning now. It's 5:30 Central Standard Time. So I'm reminding you, if you are watching this video and you have not claimed your gift off the giveaway video, you need to go do that. So I still have one that has not been claimed. So excuse me while I pop the top on my pop. I usually do this. I shouldn't be drinking this pop early in the morning, but we want me to stay awake. I have Sjogren's, so I get really dry mouth if I don't take care of that when I'm talking a lot. Okay, so we're going to start from the very beginning with this one, and we're going to use that same stitch that we used on all of the ones you just saw. Now, this is simple. I think you all can do it, and I will tell you that the page, that 6x6 page, is not cut down at all, okay? So I just took the 6x6 page and folded it in half, okay? Just like that. Now, you could round the corners. I usually do round the corners. I just was trying to do something different. Now, there was something else I was going to say right then. So get everything in. Oh, and then just put in different kinds of papers. These are not stitched in yet, as you can see. And so that will be the first thing we do. So that I stitched all of them but this one, because I think all of you know how to do that. You're going to put this with the same amount of edging at the top as the bottom. And we're going to take these giant paper clips, and we'll put one on the right and one on the left. Now, this isn't going to hold them down like super tight like a clip would, but we don't need it to because this is super simple. But a lot of people just stitch through this, but I will tell you, my experience has been it never lays nicely. And honestly, it's super simple. Now you can take your pen or pencil, and I eyeball it. You could measure if you wanted to measure down to the 3 point, which would be about right here, okay? And then I usually just come down 1/2 to 3/4 from the top on something this small, and we're just going to poke the hose with your awl. Now you can use, you don't need a giant awl for this. I'm just using my poker that I use in scrapbooking because it was handy. And I'm laying one side down here and have this like this. If you can see, this is straight. And I'm just going to pull it down so it goes straight through the spine area. And believe it or not, I'm such a weakling, but it's got enough papers in it, and the cardstock is pretty thick. So we're going to go down the top one here. Each time you want to make sure your paper is all the way back. This one goes easier than the others, and I think it's because in the middle I have a few easier pages. They're not as thick. Okay, so I have a needle and thread. This is not a pointed needle. This is a dull top. And I keep this in my pin cushion just for things like this. You're going to go down the middle, okay? Now, the measuring amount, I would say to you, measure about twice the size of the book. You probably won't need it, but some people like to do beads. I don't put beads on something this small usually. But this is This is fun. I've had a lot of fun doing all these things with Tim Holtz paper. It's not paper you use every single day. A lot of people do. A lot of people just about only use that. I like it all. I'm not overly particular. I like a variety of papers and styles. I'll go from like in a little bit of grungy. You heard me say a little bit, right? And then I'll also go to, you're going to go in through the back right here. I like pastel. If I had to say what is my favorite to do, it would be working with pastels. I know there's just a few people that feel that way. I really love working with the pastels. Now, we're going on out from the inside out on this lower one and pulling the thread through. Hang on to this thread. You need it at least, you know, 4 inches, or you know how to do it, and then hang on to it because we're going to go back through the middle. Try not to catch the other thread while you do this. Okay. Trying to just get it in through the little hole there. There we go. And now, after you get this all the way through, you can let your clips, once you know it's through and everything's tight, you can let your clips loose. Now, how did I do that? We're going to go like this so I can get this. You want this thread here, this one long piece, to be in the very center of both of the strings you're going to tie. Pull your needle off, and you're going to make sure everything's tight. Don't go overboard. This is something small, and you know, you don't want to tear it. And I just do a double tie here in the middle. If it's real thin like this, this thread is, which is really crochet thread, I do it 3 times. And I'm going to cut this about 1.5 inches and leave it right there. And then we're going to fold it like this. Now, the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to ink. Now, normally I ink everything, and I have inked, I'm going to go on the inside. I have inked all of them but this one, because there's a lot of different places you want to ink, I think. Okay, you don't ink the paper, don't worry about that. It's just a little notepad. You want to get any white edges from the inside of the paper. Then I'm going to close it like this and ink the rest of it. This page I'm working on here is the one that has the crow on it. It's more of a fall. And I'm going to go ahead and do right here too. I'm not worrying about doing the thread. I'm just, there's the crow on the other side. I don't really like him. He's kind of eerie looking, isn't he? And we got all the inside and the outside done. Now we're going to get the pocket done right here. This is how I had the pocket. And we're just going to get the white around the edges because this pocket has to be stitched. But while we're inking, we're going to ink it all. The only thing I have inked in this, oh, no, I didn't. I didn't ink it. I thought, whoops, boy, howdy. That put a lot of brown on this little card. You know, I'm just going to kind of make it a little brown so it doesn't look so weird. It's not, you know, how I did the others, but it's all right. This is a new ink pad, and I love when you open a new ink pad. Oh, it just makes life so much easier, doesn't it? Okay, and this is going to go in the pocket, and we're going to poke a hole right here and tie some string. And where did my string go? It's like it just disappeared. Huh. Let me grab my string. There it is. If I can get my fingers on it. And let me get my hole punch. I want you to see every single thing I do. This is a tiny hole punch on the printed sheet. So I've had these and never had anything for them because they're so small. But I think they're perfect for this. And then we're just going to pull some of this thicker thread through, crochet thread, or who knows, I don't know what it is. It looks like a twine almost. It wasn't in a package, so it's been tossed in my drawer, and that just gives me reason to use it because it's extra. I'm going to do about an inch and a quarter. Okay, and then throw any little pieces away and keep your big pieces. Now, this will go in the pocket. This will go on the tab. It's already been inked. But all the goodies from, oh my goodness. Okay, let me see here. I've got to see because I think, oh yeah, that's what happened. Some of the stuff got mixed up. All I did was run, take a shower. I got all my examples ready. And I thought, I'm going to get my morning shower now so that when I go lay back down for a little bit, I will feel all fresh. Don't you love to do that sometimes if you wake up in the middle of the night and you're just uptight or you're just whatever? Just take your morning shower. I didn't get to take a shower before I went to bed, and I think that's why I felt, you know, I want to shower. So, okay, now here we go. Let me get all these little labels done. Now, okay, I think all the other labels and stuff is done except the book itself. Okay, now we're going to put all this onto this book, or into this book. The first thing we're going to do is move this ink out of the way, move the glue and stuff out of the way for now. And we're going to decide, you know, where's the top. And we're going to go across it. Oops, let me turn you. We're only going to stitch these two things. And then I will put you back where you can see straight down. Now, I'm going to do the leaf stitch. I've only had it mess up on me once, so keep your fingers crossed. Main thing when you use this stitch is to really have hold of your paper because it will twist if you don't. I did not do any kind of back stitching because, you know, it doesn't have a back stitch. And I decided not to tie anything, that I would just put a little bit of glue to hold it. There's not going to be any problem. Okay, now we're going to do just this top, and I'm opening it out just the cover, and I'm going in about 1/4 of an inch. Let me get right there. I hope when you watch the video that you're having a good day. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have you. We just do all kinds of stuff. I went and got my shoulder injected yesterday, and oh boy. That's, I mean, you know, it's not a fun thing to do. It wasn't overly painful, but what gets me is, I'm going to turn off this sewing machine, put it out of the way, straighten you back up, and get this machine out of my way. I feel like it's, you know, I feel like it is right on top of me. Okay, so I'm going to move over a little bit because I do have all these goodies to get glued on. I'm going to use the glitter glue first, okay, and we're going to put it on the inside front cover. Keep this side open, and we're just going to put glue right here down the two sides. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm so glad that landed the correct way. Don't have to clean up a big mess. Okay, now we're going to put this right in the center the best you can. Or you can cover up the, you know, I've done it several different ways, just so you know. Now, what I'm going to do at this point here is I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the end of the thread. Now, we're going to put our tag in here gently, just like that. Don't push it all the way down. just so it can kind of, you know, dry a little bit. So we're going to put this label on. It's actually a tab. I'm sorry. Working with labels and tabs and you just, ugh. Okay, I put notes on the front of this with a little printed out note, for notes. Now I'm just going to put the glue on both ends, and then I kind of do the whole thing on that part, and I'm just going to lay it down here and get it as even as I can. You'll know when you lay this down if it's straight enough. See, because you can straighten it up if it's not. Yeah, see, that looks straight now. Now, on some of them, depending on the paper scraps that are on the inside, because I did use scraps, on some of them, I'm going to leave that out for now, you can see the tab. Some of them, the tab is pretty low because the paper is cut lower. It just varies, you know, and it's okay. Okay, so right here, this step, we just add the rest of the items. Now, I did use 2 of Tim Holtz Ideology packs that has mushrooms and butterflies mostly in it. It does have some florals. It's not shiny like the old embellishments. It has a few labels, a few faux stamps, you know. I want to say it has like 80 pieces or something. Okay, now we're going to use the other mushroom. I did ink all of these. I just didn't ink the books. I couldn't remember if I had or not. Let me make sure you guys can see. Okay. And this one's going to go just over next to the other mushrooms, a little lower, right there. And wipe off any excess glue. Okay, and then we're going to go up here on the top. This is not going to be a mile long. You know what? I thought we are going to sew both of those. I don't remember. Okay, so we're using some of Tracy Fox's labels and some of Tracy Fox's mini labels and little minty butterflies. Okay, so any way you want to put these on, any way that looks good to your eye is okay. I just kind of, I'm leaving room on the far left, which I didn't think of when I was laying this down, but it'll just cover part of the mushroom. So I can have room for that crocheted trim. Okay, then we're going to go right here. Try to make sure you get it straight, which it's not. And this dries super fast, so it's not going to come off. So you got to be straight. So it's going to be a little crooked, no biggie. I don't think anyone's going to get right down in there and try to figure out, you know. I'm trying to decide. I think I decided that I'd do it like this. So we'll have 2 labels that are straight and one little, I don't like that, but there's not much I can do about it. Okay, let's go inside and do the washi. You'll need your glue stick for this. Okay, and you're just going to take the big Tim Holtz washi. Both of these that we're using is Tim Holtz. Tonight, or this morning, is all about Tim Holtz. Okay, and you just cut off, you know, a strip about like that. I did not put it in one of my, because it had too much busyness on the paper. And I add an extra amount of glue because these will not stay in if you don't. Now this is going to be kind of busy, but you know what? We're going to do it anyway, because that was part of what I planned on us doing. Now here is another piece of washi. Got some butterflies. And I'm cutting these so that it, you know, I don't have to, I normally would just tear it, or I like to just tear it, but sometimes I'll cut it if I want it to be a certain length or whatever. I just wanted it to have 2 butterflies or moths or whatever these are on here. And I'm just doing I'm doing the butterflies just a little bit shorter than the lower one. It's regular trim. And actually, this is sticking out a little bit. I'm just going to stick it under the pocket on the edge there. It's so tiny that it, you know, I can't get my scissors in there. And that's all right. Okay, so there we go. And no, I don't like that. Okay, I'm getting my scissors to go this way, maybe. Yep. Okay, that worked. Now, we're going to add this tag right here. Okay, and this is how the inside will look. If you have white showing through your thread on the inside, just hit it with some ink. Don't overdo it, but just enough to cover up the white. And we don't have to worry about that back here. And now we're going to put the trim. Excuse me. We're going to put the, you know what? Let's do that on both of them at the same time. I just think that'd be lots easier. Okay, now, here we go. We're going to have to sew this one. I was totally wrong. I thought I had done them both. I had stitched the binding. That's what I had done. So the first thing we'll do is go ahead and ink the outside here, since we've got it closed already. And make sure we get all the white edging at the same time. I'm not worried about the thread being brown. It's not going to be noticeable, because believe it or not, you're going to hit it with some of this when you're inking. So, and then you'll have the trim at the very edge, so nobody's really going to pay attention, I wouldn't think. Okay, so, oh, wait a minute. Let me make sure I got this side and that side. I did. Okay, now we're going to get the page. And honestly, the pages have a text on them going all different directions. So, you know, I'm not too concerned if it looks upside down. Now, these are the ones that we have to ink. I don't know. I got them all turned around. It doesn't matter. It doesn't bother me. We have plenty of time this video. I wanted to get this video done while my sister was sleeping. And because she and I are going to work on a snowman book. It's going to be an album, actually, for, you know, for one of our Christmases that we had. Okay, so here is all of these goodies. So what we're going to do real quick like is we're going to bring this stupid sewing machine back over. I'm sorry, you guys. I shouldn't have said stupid. Charlie would have said, Grammy, you should not say stupid. And I shouldn't. So I put it on number 61. It's all ready. We're going to do the top of this here, which looks like that will work. It's really hard to tell, quite honestly. Okay, it's going to kind of start in a little bit. Put it in the middle and see if it's the right spot. It wants to turn every time it turns, so you kind of have to really hold it down, like I said. Okay. This is one of my favorite stitches that go with this machine. And I had it on my old machine. It's just, it does better on this machine. And listen, I missed a stitch right there, so I'm going to go ahead and tie this. Just a little, if I can find the one that goes over. There it is. Come on. If I come up with more of the Tim Holtz, I couldn't get it tied. It didn't want to cooperate. My hands have glue on them. I went to take my shower and I scrubbed my hands, and it was just like, ugh, my hands were filthy from working on these. Okay, there's that. Now we're going to get this string out of the middle of everything. And we'll go down the front of the book, right here. Right here down the front. Okay. Oh, I want to bring that. I'm going to pull that forward or back a little bit more. It was going to skip several stitches, so we'll get it right this time. You want to have your pressure foot on your fabric or your paper about 1/4 of an inch or just slightly more. I would practice with a blank sheet of paper that's about the same thickness as this paper and see how it comes out and where you need to put your needle and so forth. You know, doing these other type of stitches is, turn that off again, whoops, is tricky, you know, on knowing where to start and finish and so forth. So, I'm going to move that over again. Sorry, guys. I got a memory like a pea sometimes. Okay, here's the pocket. So, we're going to put the pocket on the inside with glitter glue. The inside of the guts are showing on this one too, aren't they? Okay, I'll just have to ink the other part. I'm not worried about inside the pocket. You can't see that. Okay. You can pull it all the way over like this. Sometimes I do it that way. I do it different ways. Sometimes I center it. I don't ever pull it just toward the binding. You know, here's your little tag for this one. Oh, and look what I found. I did have it ready. I'm losing my mind, right? Okay, so we're going to put the tab on here first. And then we'll put just a little strip on this side. Okay, I used the tab punch, and I just folded my paper and put it in there where it wouldn't cut the top, and that's how we got it. If you've never used a tab punch and you want me to show that sometime, just let me know in the comments. Okay. We are memory keepers. Tag punch, by the way. Now, you want to make sure it's straight with your book. And you got to work quick with this stuff. And you're better off to pull up instead of trying to push down. Yeah, that's better. Oh, it's trying to catch my second page. There we go. I even did a center section on these pages. Now, on this here, I want to put a little bit of ink right there. Cover up the white. And while we're here, let's just do the washi. Oh, we better take that out for a minute. It's keeps wanting to fall over. I don't want to get it glued in there. Okay. I'm going to trim this right like this. Okay. Run it across your glue. And put it right on the lower portion. There we go. And we're going to do the other one. All right. Get a couple moths or butterflies or whatever they are. Put them on the glue stick as well. Okay. Make sure your butterflies are upright. Yeah, I almost did that earlier. Almost put them upside down. Okay, I'm sorry if you can't see here, but I'm trying to get it lined up. Now that just gives it a little bit of decoration, but, you know, it's flat for the inside. Now we're going to glue the things here on top of the page. Come on. Goodness. That's what I have trouble with, the stuff that's flat, where I can't get my fingers to go up under it. That and using a needle and picking up a pin. Those are the three that get me the most. So we're going to put this kind of right here. And it does kind of blend with this one. I'm going to show each of them to you real close when we're done. But that's all right. And we're going to put a number and a faux stamp. But I think I'll put the stamp on first. Let's see which side. And then put this little label right here. I don't know. We'll just stick it on there. You know, there's not a wrong way. I don't know that I've done any of them exactly alike. I was going to put a real stamp on it, and then I had these that showed up in the package, and I thought, well, I'll just use these. I won't have to dig out anything. This is Tracy. That's Tim Holtz stamp, and this is Tracy's label. Okay, I love the numbers. I'm going to put them right here. Try to make sure it's straight really quickly. All right, so now the easy thing that we're going to do on these two is we're going to actually put the trim. Okay, now when we do this trim, we're going to use Tack, because the Tack, where is my pen? There it is. The Tack, it just holds, I feel like it holds it better. And we're going to put the glue stick up so it doesn't dry out. Okay, and we'll move on to now, I'm just going to put the glue on the first one, and then I just put a little bit out there. It's going to cover that little bit of a mushroom, and all the way to the edge so that it glues really well. I did get it a little bit toward the string, but that's all right. Okay, on the outside is always the right side, so you want to follow this. That will tell you that's the right side. But I'm going to turn it this way so I can get it on here nice and straight, facing the right direction. Now, you just want to bring it to the edge, but, you know, if you can get it to the very, very edge, I'll show you what I mean here in just a second. The Tack will give you some time to adjust and move. Just like that. And like this. Okay. Just make sure everything is down well before you trim it. You're going to flip it over like this. Open up your book so you can kind of get right here with as close as you can to the book. Don't cut the book if you can keep from it. Just the trim. Now, when you get it over here, you're going to have it on. You still want to make sure everything is down well and straight. So, I'm going to show you this one now. This is how the outside turned out. Aren't they cute? I mean, I know this is the type of thing I would love to get inside my journal. I make them. Actually, the little design team project I showed you guys. Oh, it was my May design team project for Tracy Fox and Artie Mays this time. It's going to have a little book like this with it. Not as cute as this one, though, I don't think. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. That one keeps wanting to kind of, you can do that with glue that's clear, or you can do it with fray. Check. Sometimes if it's small, I just do it like that. And it does hold it down. Pretty much that's what fray check is. It's glue. But sometimes it doesn't work as well. So just trim it the best you can and leave it alone. It's not going to make that much difference. You know, if you think about the big scheme of things, how often are little ephemera and stuff put in and out of a book? You know, it's not going to be that big a deal. Okay, so there we go. Now we're going to pull the other one over and do the very same thing. Start off with the glue. This is Fabri-Tac, Fabri-Fix or Fabri-Tac. Either one will work. You'll get it cheaper at Walmart, or you used to get it cheaper at Walmart before the virus. And now, since we've had the coronavirus, it is not as cheap. Blades and, so this is the right side. I've got it flipped the right direction. Prior to the virus, Walmart sold the Fabri-Tac or Fabri-Fix, I'm not sure which one, for $9.97. That is the cheapest it's been anywhere, except for when you use your coupon at Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby sells it for $11.99. Michael's is $15 and so many cents. I think it's $15.90 something. But anyway, so yeah, just a little heads up. Now, I think they have moved. What I was going to say is Walmart has moved it up to $15. If you go online to order it, I don't know what it is in the store. They haven't had any, because my husband has looked for me every time he's gone into Walmart. And I kind of stocked up on it once I found it, because, you know, it was hard to find at the time. I'm sure it still isn't simple. Although I did see some at Hobby Lobby when my husband took me on a little outing Saturday. But anyway, so he got me some there. So I got enough to maybe hold me. I still want this a little straighter. Okay, so let me close this lid and I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay, now, I think we're going to hold it up just like this. Okay. I was totally off to the right side like a dingbat. There you go. Okay, that is the second one we've done. I love this. The back of it looks like this. We're not going to design the back. We've got enough going on in the front. And then we're going to flip it open. We have this little pocket. I could have put two pockets, but again, this is just a little notepad, and I just clipped that a little bit. Trying to get that wild string. And then we have the pocket, and we have the notes tab there. And I'm going to go ahead, since I clip that, I'm going to put a little bit of glue right there. It looks like it wants to glue that down. I'm thinking it does anyway. Just got to be careful when you do that, not to leave it too wet. I'm going to go like this because it's sticking out, and then put the glue there. Okay, now, whoopsie. We also have those strings. Okay, this is the outside with the mushroom, the stamp, and the tab. And the cool stitching. I'm going to go to the other one we did. I love this paper. This is probably my favorite of all of them I've done. You know, I've done several, and I feel like this is my favorite one. And then I'm going to show you my next favorite. Let me show the inside first. This is our dark tag, which really, I think I want to put the light one so they're all the same. I know, I'm weird. Okay, close that one up. Put it to the side. Forgot to close my... Now what did I do with my needle? Let me get my needle real quick. I'm sorry, guys. You know what it's like. Keep the glue wiped off of your little pin that goes in your glitter glue, and it'll make your life a lot easier. Okay, now, let's try this again. Now we're going to do these. At the very end of all of them that we do, I'll bring them all out if I can remember. I've got a lot going on. There is the butterfly one. That's cute, isn't it? There's the back of the butterfly one. The back's as pretty as the front. And then we've got the inside. Here we have the bug paper. I have this fabric. So, yeah, we've got this little dragonfly or something up there. Open it up. We've got pretty much the same look on the inside. Then we have this big butterfly one that has this flower on the back. You'll recognize these. It has a pattern over here. The inside is like the rest of them. And then number 6 is I'm not crazy about this paper with the man, so I just covered his face up. I usually never use it, but I thought, why not? So it looks like this. And I covered his face up, and I think it's my favorite. I like this red and red that goes together there in the inside pocket. Okay, guys, I hope you had fun this morning with me at bright and early, making fun little booklets to go inside your journal. I'm going to put them on here all fancy like. Okay, here we go. Let's do them all fancy like. We're probably way off in our camera. Nope, let's go over like this. There we go. Here we go. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. I'll try to come up with something new. Also, I don't know if you've seen Tim Holtz's new ticket book. I'm going to show it to you. I waited till the craziness was over. It's actual tickets. So you can see here. I got that, and I got the Ideology ephemera pack. And yeah, so it has different kinds of tickets in here. Has some bigger ones. 10 cents, 5 cents. This ticket here is, I think, a railroad. Let me look. Bus tickets. These are bus tickets. These must have been railroad, the big ones. Yeah, it doesn't say, but I think that's what it is. Yes, it says railway. Okay, and these tickets are bus tickets also. And these are just all kinds of tickets, you know, local tickets and so forth. So yeah, those are fun. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.